This is to show you some of the auto-populate features in the timesheets on Google Docs or Google Sheets. There's two different timesheets. This one is for if you get paid from, or if you're reporting hours from the first to the last of the month. This is for if you're reporting hours, for example, from the 15th to the 15th of the next month, or the 14th to the 15th. And for the 1 month, the timesheets, the tabs are a little simpler because you only have to do it for 1 month. And the auto-populate features are the same as the 2 month one. The tabs are just a little bit more complicated, so I'm going to show the more complicated one. So for your name, you would start up here, you do your name, you would type in whatever your name is, and then type in whatever your title is. For an example, if I'm doing from November to December, then I would double click here. This window pops up. I would pick a date in November. It doesn't matter because it just shows the month and date. This I don't need to worry about because it will auto-populate. So then I come down here and I type in the various hours that I've worked on whatever dates, and you can see it auto-populates in this column, which is needed for recording purposes. And it auto-populates down here, and the number of hours auto-populates here. Then, and that's true for if you need to do any paid leave, holiday time, or comp time. You would fill out these different columns. Then you can click on the date that you're signing this. So if I was doing November to December, then I would pick whatever December date I was filling all this out. The last thing to do on this first tab is we need to update this title. If I try to update it going from left to right, then it won't work. It comes up in red, and if I try to select it, it says that sheet already exists. So I can put a little dash there for now, and then I need to go backwards. I actually need to come here. I can double click it, and then it will pop up at the bottom so that I can fix it. You can also click this arrow and click rename. And I want to name these December. And then I would want to name this November. And this I would edit to get rid of that little dash. Now I have November, December, December. Now I will see when I go to on call, my name has updated here. The date that I selected on the first page is updated here. Same with the months that I selected on the first page is updated here. The date is also updated here. If you're doing on-call coverage, then you would fill out these numbers. You wouldn't be doing 1 hour. It's usually 3. And then it'll auto-populate this number and this number. If you aren't doing these, then you can highlight and delete these, and then it will be 0. And you can delete these as well. If you delete them entirely, when I double click, that little that feature does not pop up where it's the calendar, where I can just select the date. If that happens, you can come back to one of these and copy and paste one of these cells. You can also just type in November 11th, 2020. You can also just type it in. That's fine too. Now we come to the December timesheet. I need to make sure that this is updated to be December. And then everything else is already updated. And this is the same thing. If I need to fill out, I guess it would not be, it would be the 1st to the 15th on this one. And then if I need to clear this, I don't clear the whole thing. I just clear this left column. So I would fill this out, and then you can see it's auto-populating up there and down here. And this is already copied from these other pages because you would be submitting them all on the same date. And then finally, the December on-call, it's the same idea as the other one. You would record your dates, your hours, it will auto-populate. And if you're doing the single timesheet, you don't change the names of these tabs. You don't need to do that. And then if you need a time request form, here it is. And that is how you update your timesheet and how you use the autofill features. And again, when I'm coming to clear list, I'm just deleting this column. I'm not deleting this column. If you do delete this column, then you'll have to manually fill it in. So like if I do it like this, and then I delete all of that, when I come back in to put the 3 there, it doesn't auto-populate. So that's why you want to only highlight the column that has stuff in it that you want to delete, the leftmost column. Okay.